Alright, I'm just gonna write down stream start time, and then we will be good to go. Alright. Further into this story. Gotta make sure that my... Okay, good, my mic doesn't sound horrible. Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't stream where I did last time, because I did not want a cutscene immediately.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
It was I who arranged this gathering.
Hold
And
on with your
judging
eyes.
by your
Oh.
perplexed expressions,
Glasses.
it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthal, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Yeah.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance? Of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something.
Got a
And
point.
though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information. and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace, and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
That's fair. I feel like I did something yesterday. I need to check it out. I did. I got this top, but I never put it in my set. Now, honestly, having the hair growed again will look really good with this hat. I not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicion regarding the Sultana proved more persistent. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Ruban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Little. Thank you. You're welcome. Get the Ring of Slang, even though I'm pretty sure, yeah, it doesn't do any better. Satoru, yes, General Ruban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well. We shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarupin and the others to investigate, and shall return with all haste to Ishgard. All right, to Ishgard we go. To Ishgard we go. I have it set as a home, so it's a little easier to teleport to. Fit. No adventure play. Come on. Leaves. Want to be a machinist. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting off your reunion. Sorry for cutting your reunion with the General Bond short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Urshrafont was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in. Thank you, Tatsuru. I like your cane, my boy. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity? Alacrity. As I am sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Master Frog, Master Levier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons. Sneeze there, sorry. Ugh. Allergies or something are acting up today. It's like the 5th time I've sneezed. Usually don't sneeze that much. But we thought it best to have Mistress Tatru contact you by the most direct means available. When the observatorium bells toll, 'tis a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In any case, you haven't heard? A band of trappers returning from the west claim they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Signs of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice to remain in a besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decisions, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. I'll help you guys. I wouldn't mind it. To siege or not to siege? That is the question. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place is in trouble, or in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her wary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from this storm. Put my chair a little closer. But I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, if we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, little? I'll stay and fight. Then we shall fight. Let it never be said that we abandon our allies in their hour of need. The choice we made this day may have great implications for our order. It is only right that Tatru should have a say. Come, let us meet outside and discuss a plan that lies before us. I've never actually denied it. Can you be like, nah, I don't want to fight him? Wow, little badass buddy.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
Fair.
With certain notable exceptions.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Stinian.
Estinian?
Even with your intermediary,
These are dragoons.
Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Isart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
Absolutely.
I am glad to be of service.
We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Isar to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught, should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Aymeric will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurance. Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fortem Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that we, Scions of the Seventh Dawn, mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. I forgot to grab something, so I'm gonna go do that really quick. Be right back. Okay. Got what I needed. Give myself a little splash of water on the face. And we are now good. So I need to go to the Night's Most Heavenly. That's not Forgotten Night. Boing, 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 boing. You would speak with the Lord Commander? Pray, make it quick. Yes, sir.
I want the defenses of the outer ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for
flirt.
interrupting you in the midst of your
Let me just down
preparations, Sir
there. I'm so
Emmerich.
small.
But our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Having Sir Aemric's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can offer to dither. We can afford to dither. History tells us that the Dravanians will attack soon, as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Iceheart, and the location and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you are ready, Estinian, let us be about our task. Yes. Assuming this is vocalized as well, actually.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies.
Oh.
See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution.
I'll call that concoction.
We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
God, I love the chosen ones, per se. Wind up, little Alfino. Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans. Then I shall wait for you at St. Renet's Forum. Tell your friend we may be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, little, let us head back to Fortem Manor. Whoosh. Do 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 do. Boing 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 boing. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Little and I return to Ishgard. We're gonna go see a really cool lady. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alfino. I made it specially. No, I couldn't possibly. Very well. Look at it. By the 12, it fits perfect, and the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework, while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. 'Twas the least I could do. Now, I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. Curtsy. Look at him. He's got his fit. He's got the fit. I love that little that new short for him. Steel Sky. Got it. Steel Sky Manufactory. You have said your farewells then? Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for the Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well. We shall, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Yeslei's movement, I propose we pick up the trail where she was last encountered, the Korthus Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is the like that he will know of any heretic activities has been reported, if any heretic activity has been reported in the area. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. All right. To just TP over or oh, Chocobo renaming. She never realized that was an option. Oh no, that one poor guy up there. Oh. He's not gonna enjoy his day. Is there seriously no one over here to fly me out? Looks like it is the case that I just have to TP. Ooh, that might be one of our ether current quests, which were under travel, ether currents. None have been found, obviously. But Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Walker. Well, Master Frog, what business brings you back to the Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon, I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Alfino Levier. At your service. And you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned that the Dravanians gather for another assault. Well, believe me, we believe there may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus have we come to the Falcon's Nest, in the hope that we can of acquiring the last intelligence. Acquiring the latest intelligence on the Heretics movements. I see. Well. Pardon me. You'd be best served to speak directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from the sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remainings of the heretic refuge at Gorgonage Mills. Tis possible that they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Master Frog knows well the place I speak of, for it was he who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol while you two visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, little, I am eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the Heretics' lair. Chocobo, Choco, he is a Choco boy. Whites of the round. Do you have a moment to talk? A short while ago, one of the workers from House Desmal, or Zamal, asked me to go and deal with some melons that have been causing trouble. The Black Iron Bridge barely survived the calamity. It is in desperate need of repairs. But the upland Maladins roam far too close to it. The craftsmen can't work safely. Someone needs to kill them. The Maladins, that is, not the craftsmen. I asked the Dragoons to do it, but they are busy. They're so busy, it'd be weeks before they have found the time. I do it myself, but there are too many beasts that I fear. I'd be swarmed and outnumbered. You're a capable man. Would you be so kind as to thin them out somewhat? If you were to kill, say, 3 of them, I think that they'd be able to finish the rest myself. Alright, sounds good. I'm a little glass of, what's it called? Oh, you know what? Let me hit this. Oh, southwest, you say? I have my little glass of pomegranate juice beside me. Antioxidants, a little bit of a energy kick. Northwest. And then we look at the Aether Current map. 4 that we have to manually touch, and then 5 that we have to go for quests. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get this one yet. Hold on. So there was one in here for some reason. Twin pools? Wow. Can I even get up there yet? I might not be able to. You know, I'm not gonna like... Oh. Okay, wait a sec. I mean, I'm locking areas, or I'm unlocking areas, so that gives me a little bit of XP as well. Yep. Yeah, most of them are within the path that we have to take anyways. So there's no need to really go out of my way to try and get them. Let's make our way over to the top of this bridge. which I might have to TP back. Depends on how this goes. Actually, no, wait. There should be a path over here to wrap back around. This one is just full north. Interesting. So it turns out, or it looks like, patch 6.5 will be releasing October 3rd. And then 6.55 will be January? Potentially, that is. So more Endwalker content soon, which is very exciting. I don't remember all too much from it because it has been a little bit since I've done anything Endwalker related. This is actually perfect for what I need to do. I mean, you know, might as well actually finish off this one. Why not? So this is the flank. Oh no, this one's the rear, that one's the flank. Oopsies. That one, rear. Okay. Rear, behind, flank, left, and right. What is this? I guess let me pop that. Yeah, back up, boys. I don't want to do any more. Please let me free. Then when we go back, we can give her that quest. Finished. What's all my cactus piss? I do. Such a weird statement. With cactus piss still. It's like, well, yo. When is the first dungeon again? Trial. Thocast stock to Somal. I'm on Visar 1, 2, 3, 4. $12, not including the one that I'm on. Master Frog, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters, than we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. 'Twould seem that the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our numbers were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have no time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, little. Hey. Speaking of them being where we go naturally. That's our third one. Yeah. Polar bears, polar bear, polar bear. Elfino, my boy. Nope. Expedition leader, my boy. The beasts are slain then? My thanks, Master Frog. We may return to our duties without fear of mauling. Chicken egg. And that, and then the rest can all just be pulled down. Do that there, that there, that there. Wait, no, this is the only one that's like out of there. Perfect. From one heretic to another. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is this not so? The records we have discovered ere those beasts mauled my comrades appear to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of pursuing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw, but I'd wager those epistles containing more than friendly solutions betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from the letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. It's got a point. Gotta make sure there's none like hiding in the back or anything. Hope if anyone's lurking, you guys are having a good day. Nice and vibey. Oh, I thought I clicked on this already. Have you recovered much of Heretics? How have you recovered much of the Heretics correspondence? Here's 3. Splendid. Added to the contribution from Master Levier and Sir Estinian, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here then? Every one of these pages follows a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorgogan Mills, heretics, and their fellows in the Ak-Afa amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manners of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. I guess. The Ak-Afa amphitheater. The place, the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of the treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet, as you call it. Our dear friend Moonbreeder succeeded in recreating the Ak-Afa beacon, and after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would be only temporarily available, but given that the heretics of Gorgon Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren, the amphitheater, I wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the Ethernet within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I am wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnels, a passage was discovered heading out to the into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the Etherite, from inside the wall? It should. House Durandare posted soldiers at Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. Alright, I'm gonna TP here and then make my way over there. Cute outfit. Little Gomboika. Dragoon on there. Forever Sprout doing a mix of Gilgrind, MSQ, Glamour, Dancing. You already killed 3 of them. Thank you ever so much. You're not injured, are you? Here, please take this. It's your cut of the fee for the work. Incidentally, did you happen to see a farm on the other side of the bridge? Those Mylodons have made it difficult to access the area, and the bridge has been left to fall apart. After we repair the bridge, one day we might be able to rebuild that farm. Okay, that is our first one. Hello. In the background 30 minutes. Oh, and you're all good. Hope your day's been going good, my boy. Better than Friday. Hope your weekend was also good. Thank you for lurking. Ah, the guests of House Fortem, accompanied with the Azure Dragoon no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Ark beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. I do not expect it to be greeted with by the primal Shiva. We should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particular ones with our history. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem like a friendly bunch. So friendly.
Dogs of Ishgard, it is not enough that you banish our beloved saint. Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drop of our blood?
Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. We wish to only speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace.
Do you think us fools, boy? It will be more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of.
My reputation precedes me. You give us little choice.
Come, my brothers, may dragon wings bear us to victory.
Wait, this is the healer. What am I doing? Red is flank, or red.
Your
red
guard is down.
Is flank. Purple is rear. Got it. Always trying to remember how my positionals work. Fine. Red on the right, purple from behind. You are fortunate indeed. Behold the true power of our faith. Big boy. 12-4.
Know your folly.
Got the big boy, don't you guys worry. did it. They fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. Can we talk to your leader, lady, wife, person? I see no sign of Lady I sought. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not already know? They made for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so kind as to enlighten us, Estinian. I suspect that it is the heretics' way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought with the dragon of titanic proportion. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinder did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to the Ashen Isle. The Dreaming Dragoon lies to the far west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the convictors have set up camp in the Twins Pool. Their leader, Jantella, may have information of use to us. But mayhap you are familiar with that. You are not familiar with that name either. The convictors are dragon slayers after a fashion. But I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I will learn all that there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors, then temper our haste with a measure of caution. Yes, sirs. I need to make sure that I do my last like 2-3 runs to get to 50, so I can get my Gwibber that I so want. New. Boing. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bear. Another bear. Dragons. Big bear. A dragoon? Oh, it's her. Well, well, what do we have here? I'm hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lad looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Don't be so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of the wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury. That armor, that lance, the Eorzea Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Jantelot, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. Ooh, listen to the music. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Little Estinian, let us make our way... Bruh. Hello, Sebastian, what's going on? I'm going through the story. Let's make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. Who's he? Who's who? Do I get 2 quests off these guys? Oh, hell, oh, that's a dungeon, isn't it? How you doing today, Sebastian? Cowards, all of you, have you no shame at all? This, well, that's an old-looking dude. Oh, I beg you, wait. Are you not Master Frog, honored ward of House Fortom? Praise Helone, surely you will consider my request. You know the Dusk Vigil, westernmost of the capital citadel watchtowers built to warn of the horde's approach. 'Twas lost following the calamity, another victim of the snows. I'm gonna check something really quick. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure, which must needs be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the service of these so-called dragon slayers, but it seems their courage is not as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, sir, you are not one of them. You are not one to shy from danger, am I right? My bad. I'm just a dude who watches the streams. One of the best dudes to watch the streams. Very good indeed. There is a sculpture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil's chapel. I know I said chapel weird there, but I feel like this guy would say chapel for some reason. An ice rondel is set in its helm. I would have you rise it free and deliver it to me. The vigil is not so difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool until you come to the gates. Knights may bar you passage, but you should explain who you are. Should you explain who you are, they will grant you leave to enter. Thank you. I didn't do my Discord thing today. I'll do it at the end of the stream. Sure. I remember you. How could I forget? You're the lad who was with the Eorzea Dragoon's company. Since you are here anyways, perhaps you might like to try your hand at a spot of hunting before you depart. See for yourself what it's like for us convictors. The Dravanian horde is stronger than you might expect, unless you've been at it for years like I have. I think it's prudent to start with something simple, and then work your way up to dragons. I suggest rooms. Slay 3 of those, then come back here and consider a warm-up. Okay. Oh, they're the little slimy boys. Or do I know this is Rimuru Tempest from that time I got reincarnated as a slime? The music here is really good. Honestly, as the days go on, I just get more and more excited to finally go through Stormblood again. I think that's actually my most anticipated thing for the 14th playthrough. Because then, like, it leads into my favorite part of the story, which is obviously Shadowbringers. But, I don't know, there's something about wanting to get that new taste of, Stormblood again. Also, because I am a samurai, it kind of works out a little bit better. Also, Kugane is like one of the most beautiful looking places in the game. Although the Crystarium is home for me always, so there's that. Slain those rooms already, have you? How did you find them? Did they put up much of a fight? Good work, lad. Clearly, the Eorzea Dragoon doesn't travel with mere amateurs. It sounds like those rooms barely put up enough of a fight to be considered a proper warm-up. You clearly know what you're doing. If you want to try your hand at hunting down some dragons, speak with me again sometime. Ladies tries. Okay, before I actually grab this quest, what I want to do is... Oh, golden boy. What I want to do is get this dungeon unlocked, because we know it's going to be a while before I actually get the queue up working. So why not just let that go in the background while we're doing stuff, right? Also, let me know if the mic starts doing that annoying sound again. Like I feel like it might have settled. But, you know, just in case. Gelato. What's this? A ward of House for Tom wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil. You're aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts and gods only knows what else, are you not? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have been seen as a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny an esteemed personage the opportunity to kill himself in a new exciting way. Or in new and exciting ways. Go on ahead. Wow, what a douche. "10 minutes, you say? I'll be the judge of that." Oh, so apparently there's a bunch of new mounts coming out with, the 6.5 patch, and some of them look really good. Like, I'm so excited to get them. Because one of them is just pure comedy. And one of them is, like, on brand for me because I'm not gonna, like, say much, but, like, it's something I feel like a scholar would use. A big yak. And I used to be a scholar main, so works out well for me in the end, I'd say. Up this way, over here. Now there. Please no attack me, beastie boys. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, little. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go to Brother Pirket or someone? I've enough trouble keeping these peering fops fed and clothed as is. 'Tis no business of mine what folks do with themselves out there in the wilds. Fair. Weird way to say it, but fair. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every, Rydamo, Veramont, and Bertanet that wanders in and out of camp? Some weird words, but sure. Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why, a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I would be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear fellow. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Something I can help you with, my lord. When history becomes art, it really does. It really is nice. Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself. But that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it pleases my lord, I'm Periku. A soldier by trade, though not much of one if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? No, it was by the order of Sir Jantelo's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy about what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-boned lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it is, it don't take much time, or it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. Explains how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretic's tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light the signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks. Apparently, send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Noted. Is that so? Why then? I am minded to start a fire. Astanger's like, oh, well, I wouldn't mind starting a fire, you see. Want to help out, do you? Well, there are plenty that needs doing, and killing besides. I'm sure you've noticed that dragons aren't the only things we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come here looking for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of our cook fires, then raid our stores, think you can thin out their numbers a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. Thanks, now I can become a heretic. I've always wanted to, you know, follow heresy or whatever. I mean, if it's as easy as making a purple fire, like, you know, we could have been doing this from the start. But how's your day been so far, Daniel, my boy? Hope your weekend was also good after Friday. I remember you said you didn't have the best work day. It's been long, but it's been alright. It's been alright. We are setting up an appointment to talk with an occupational therapist for me soon to get a new wheelchair. So that'll be nice and exciting, because this current one is not doing it for me anymore. Did a little bit more Baldur's Gate over the weekend as well. Been doing some Apex again, grinding out the battle pass as best I can for the free stuff and whatnot. Excited to play more Baldur's Gate tonight, honestly. Well, you're certainly more reliable than any lordling I've ever met. They've only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time and again that if no one sees to those bears, they'll be nary a scrape to eat. Nary a scrap to eat. But do they listen? I dare say everyone here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, I said you'd be compensated, and I'm true to my word. I trust you consider this a fair remuneration for your efforts. Give me... I guess the bacon bread. Man on a horse, man on a dog. Discipline of the hand, wink. Aether currents. That'll be my second to last one in this area. For quests, that is. I still have one physically to get. If we are to lure our foe to our position, then we must find a means of producing the signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard a tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak into a campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinted in a deep violet. You're a monster hunter of some note, are you not, little? It should prove a trifling task for you to produce the number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alfino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye. It will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragoon with the fruits of our labor. Good call. Alright, we're at the 11:30 mark for a 17-minute wait. Now that started off as a 10-minute wait. Man on a Hans. Oh, so have you decided what platform you are going to be getting Baldur's on? It's here. Let's go. Yes, you can be getting a PS5. Very nice. Hope you enjoy it. Do you have any ideas on like what job or like what class I'll be doing it? Because I can play it on PC with a friend of mine since we game. Ooh, fair. I'm gonna try doing that with a friend of mine as well. Kitty cat. Oh, little lamb. You know what I need to do? Egg. I hope you enjoy whatever you end up landing on though for your first class. I'm currently running through on my personal as a female drow fighter. So far as I can tell, drows are my I mean, drows actually might be my favorite class visually because they do have like that nice in between of elf and not when it comes to like the visual aspect of it. A griffin. Although you got high elves, so it's also those. Githyankies are also really cool. Fighters are so fun to play for me. I'm like missing every hit. From behind is what I said. Red from the right. Another big boy. Cute little dress on. I didn't notice that. Towering oil fin. Ouchie. Oh, why did I select her up on there? My bad. Kind of forgot that I... Ooh, our tank went into Superbolide. It was a misclick. Oh, there goes our healer. Oh, he's wearing the green. God, I love the Shadowbringer's augmented gear so much. How far off? Oh, they're right there. What bow is that? Is that also Replicker? But it's augmented to the Dark Light Thompson bow. God, I have this, like, everlasting cough that's just so annoying to deal with. And I have to keep muting because for some reason today, more so than usual, it's active. Okay. Owie. I'm just gonna restart. They were... They were definitely not happy to see us. I don't want to be the guy, but let me look at the search info. I mean, they got it at level 82. Too big of a pull, yeah. Some of these dungeons are weird when it comes to the amount that you're able to pull without it causing an issue. The vigils specifically, Stone Vigil, Dusk Vigil, it's very weird with how you can pull in it and the game not get upset. I was gonna say, I'm like, does our healer cast any attack? But she's been using stone. Although she does have one of the best looking weapons in the game. I love the crystals stuff. To the blue spirit gate. Nope, this. Man's coming back to life. Ugetsu. Do 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 do. Ba da ba. It's been a minute since I've watched anything anime related, and I think I'm gonna start watching something tonight. I don't know what it's gonna be. I might start watching Steins Gate actually. Thinking about it, because I keep hearing a lot of good stuff about that one. And one of the YouTubers I watch a lot of, that's his favorite anime, and he talked about it quite often. And then I've had a few friends suggest it in the past. So I'm actually gonna give it its shot now. That or eventually I'll start watching Naruto from the start. Got a lot to go through, but I want something that like I can invest in after I get myself acclimated to anime again. Though if anyone reads manga, you guys have been keeping up on Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my god. My favorite series, hands down. Holy crap. That's Uggy. Uggy. Uggie. Uggy. Don't like that one. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Baby. So I'm realizing my connection to the server is a little wonky today. Unless that's them lagging and it's just showing on my end, but it was like even the enemies are pulling a bit weird. Like there's a slight stutter every now and again. From behind. Little sprites. Whoa. Watching the cutscene. Been a minute since we've been able to do a dungeon, so it's nice to come back here and do this. Oh. She bought the level 80 skip. Realizing that's why she's struggling a bit. I don't know, but she's got the Crypt Lurker staff. gotta go behind a thing. From behind. This back out on him. Right. I'm gonna put on the left while I'm doing it. Guardian Bowman's Hose and Marshall. Interesting. I don't need it, so. I could be free and then let's go finish off this quest. Do you have it, Master Frog? Here's your weird ice thing. Yes, there's no mistaking it at last. It is ours once more. My parents presented this sphere to me on my wedding day, as my wife and I presented it to Ulmric on his. One day they will do the same for their son. But for what that disgrace of an inquisitor, suspicion of heresy, what rot. He knew what he wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, they had interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. But the final insult, the twisting of the knife, was when my son took command of the Dusk Vigil and found the ice rondel to be the centerpiece of the newly commissioned sculpture of the Fury. He couldn't prove it was the selfsame one which had vanished, but oh, he knew. But no more, no more. It is back with the family, where it belongs. It is admittedly hollow comfort. Yet, in my waning years, I must accept what little that can be had. Damn. before we go, take a little bite of my sorta lunch. I have like a little container of grilled veggies. It seemed that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alfino. He must have been a had a privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need?
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Could you have known it was gonna be us?
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
Your hand in marriage. Us? We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on the island. On Ishgard, actually. On an island, what am I saying?
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
Something of a
If you but
romantic
knew the truth,
myself.
the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Go for it.
"'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Heretics in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelga, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity.
Kind of romantic.
Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelga ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day. had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Eorzea. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Eorzea treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Great Scott!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
A little bit.
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found?
Actually.
Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Oh. Any connection to one of the crystals shall be redeemed. Thirst of 6.
Is aught amiss, my friend?
A little bit of
I
chest
sense the many
pains.
battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while. And should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Potentially. Purple flame, purple flame. We have but one more to get. Southeast. And then we shall unlock the rest of this map. Let's go on the cat. I shall do a circle of the map. Dun, 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 doo, 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 doo. Big dragons. I'm so excited for the 21st. We're going to be getting our first bit, or our next bit of info on Dawntrail. I'm just... can't wait. Can't wait to see what will be shown. This also looks like my first reaction trailer is just about at 300 views now. I think 299, which is really awesome. So I'm hoping the next one does just as good, if not a little bit better. Let's make sure my voice sounds all good. No audio issues from what it sounds like. Do 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 do. It's a little samurai on his flying cat corpse. That's a very weird statement. You. Do 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 do. That's a big ol' ship over here. The sea of clouds. Two more spots technically. Ba-dum, ba-dum, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see. Cat on a cold stone roof. Contingency supplies, stolen goods, grandfather's belonging. Dancing with the wolves, secret to success. The coming winter. Baby strides, a lonely vigil, an attractive charm. There we go. Full area discovered. Ooh, blood on the deck. I got my next job quest as well. You are little, yes? Pray address me as Yazel. Yazil? If you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania then? The chill of the western highland is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Who the hell are you? One of the prettiest areas, in my opinion.
Beyond Abalathia's spine,
it's weird to say
it, but it
is
that
very
spans
nice.
The continent of Aldenard from east to west, into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
That reminds me of something a little later on. Like, this area is just actually nice. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest's branch. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see what we are properly provisioned. There's a village here, but I thought that these lands, the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobo's tail feather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marisichamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a Gregarous sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival. And he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to the ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. And then they all fade into the nothingness as Thanos planned. Bum 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 bum. Southwest. They're way up here, actually. No. Aether currents, I know. Hey, just get ready for Endwalker. You still got them to do. And it's not gonna be the happy kind that they allowed us in the you know, previous expansions. What is this? Aether Current. It's not down here. I don't want to fight you. You're scary. I guess it's like further down there, if anything. There's no path to it yet. Honestly, though, they do a lot better at Aether Currents in the long run, where they are in the path that you travel. So it's not like you're going out of your way every single time like you used to in the past. Like, Stormblood sucked. Like, you were just like, oh, I want to go here. Well, the story wants you to go there as well, but the Aether Currents want you to go all the way over here. What long, luscious hair you have. Lalafell cult. God. Horrible, horrible. Oh, we have visitors.
Oh, and if it ain't the lovely Yazel, it's been too long, girl.
That it has, Marichamp, that it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Samao. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey?
Of course, stay as long as you like.
In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late.
Forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand.
Do dragons not bother you here in the forest?
Bother us? Did Yazel not explain things to you, boy?
You've seen them towering, salmon trees all about, haven't you? Well, if you were flying above the canopy, you could barely see to the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves. Which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace.
I see. Thank you for the explanation.
You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Yazel here, but dragons ain't the only thing you need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're heading west. Give me the money. Wait, item comparison. Okay, still worse. Give me the money. Give me the money. Give me the loot. Alright, so this is worse than dragons. Seven including this one. That's just a seagull. 7 including this one until we get to Thokest. Oh. Some bad news. I seen you've been making your rounds, getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how'd you like to help a real hunter? I'm overseeing 3 camps set up to the east, but the lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to play messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of him. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. You know, I don't know why, honestly. I just was like, I'm curious. Honestly, so I had this conversation with one of my friends, and they're like, your voice in the story is just very soothing. It's very ASMR, like, try that tag and see if it works at all. So I've been trying that, seeing if that does anything, because technically, I've seen people do weirder things with the ASMR tag. I've seen someone playing COD say it's visual ASMR. So you know what? If stories count, I'm trying to get any exposure I can. Understandable, exactly. Like, I mean, if people would consider story times and just like chill vibes and music and stuff like ASMR, then I'm all for it. Let's, you know, have this as that. Why not? I've seen D&D campaigns get considered ASMR somehow. Interesting, even though they're not the quietest, but the storytelling aspect of it and the role playing is very relaxing. So why not trying it out? If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Leon Nulf, Giornet, and Eimbert. Hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. I dare say you're wondering what could have possibly been worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling and a megalocrab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. That's not at all terrifying. They never used to stray far from their hives, out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive as of late, sending out war parties from malms in all directions. They've taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way. They certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it would be, how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. I mean, easy. Just kill them all. Hello, Yazel. Would seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath are not wont to catch such strife when I lived here. You lived here in Dravania? Aye, 'twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, and my home gone. I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands, and I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered from out under the protection of its bows. That was when I chanced upon Hraesvelgar. He had descended from his mountain lair in hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of a majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Mearsham found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health. And in Tailfeather, I remained for some time. Interfamiliarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once peaceful people? Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed, then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Sawmile and crush any unruly insects we meet underfoot. More direct path then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Summel, shall we? Bum 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 bum. I know there's an outfit that you can get from the Nath's a little baby choky bowl from the Nath's tribal quest, I believe, and it's one that I kind of want because it looks really good. Bum 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 dum dum bum dum bum 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 bum. Things are going well enough. Been running into a bit of trouble with those giant bugs in these woods, though. Noted. Feather Flea. That's a terrifying name, honestly. Northwest believers. Northwest going strong. Do 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 ba ba ba. That's just a dinosaur. That is just a dinosaur. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Just there's just one bird that won't shut up. Haven't been able to catch a wink for all the bloody screeching. Northwest. Boo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo, boo-boo-doo. I need the feather flea to leave me alone, please. Feather flea, please go away. You're not welcomed here anymore. I think over here is my path up. I thought there was a ether current up here for some reason. Aimbert, how you doing, my boy? Had ourselves a bit of an incident the other day. Some fiend came stomping out of the tree line and gobbled up one of our fresh caught birds. Wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. If we're going to keep in this area, we'll need some extra hands. You tell the chief that. But, okay. To the west, you say? Alright, let me just... I'll just go to Kelf real quick. Oh, look at the little baby chocobo. He's running about. Nice fork. Literally a fork. So, they've all got issues. But none of them thought to ask me for help. Do they think I'll bite off their heads or something? At any rate, I'd best prepare to round up these birds from each camp. Thanks again for your help, friend. Say, since you've already stuck up for an, you already struck up an acquaintance with my people, and maybe you'd be willing to lend them a hand. Seems they talk to you about their troubles readily enough. Yeah, but why me? Why do they want to talk to me and not you? I don't believe this actually leads anywhere, but I'm gonna check either way. Oh, it does actually. What am I saying? It's 60 yalms north. 72, not 62. Bum, 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 bum. Our Aether Currents here are already on a good run. 900 to the west. Fun. Step. Step. Annex Thrine. Alright, so we still got a ways to go before that one pops up. Should we chance to meet Meerschaump again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a defiant resemblance. You have a scholar's eye. Master Alfino. The structure is in fact over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rebel inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool. How desperately you cling to false hope, or to false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Little pray reason with these two. The truth of the past will be revealed. Right. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Little's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Little's vision confirms the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Hrae's Velgar will likely provide the catalyst Little's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Is this one green? That one is in fact green. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west. Trying. Oh, yeah, one. I see one really tall one. The west. Ishgardians knew them as Enix Thrine. The place serves as a roost for Hrae's Velgar's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Som-Al, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disproportion of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Oh, I hear the static. Try and get this over with as fast as I can so I can restart the game for you guys. Hope that hasn't been going on for too long. I think it won't show my desktop, but you'll just see basically the games that I have in my like thumbnail folders. That's about it. All right. Let us load up the game again and hope that the sound has stopped. Go. Actually, I should keep this tab unmuted. So I can hear when everything is going on. Oh, here's my raid girl. I have her on here at the moment because I traded myself and my friend some money. Obviously, she's Kappa. This is Little. Oh, I wonder if it's going on because my bit rate's unusual. I'll have to look at that later. And test it out tomorrow. I think we're also headed towards the, yeah, that one ether current that was eluding us. But that's the Nath area, so I'll be going to it anyways. It is as I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Markachomp, Marishomp? I'm gonna say Marishomp, because Markachomp sounds like a Pokemon. Marishomp did not exaggerate. Then, the beastmen would have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragon so openly. Do they intend to insult the lair itself? To assault the lair itself. I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to Nath muskets. There is no route safe but one before us. There's no route safe. There's no route save the one before us, my bad. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. The east. Easy. More Naths I see. Now I must become a bird. Boing, boing. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come on, then. And then they burn times together.
Vito! Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
And she's like, so, there I was, barbecue sauce on my... Wait,
Thou
wrong
wouldst
story.
have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sire's will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Istinian would slaughter you in a second.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
Yeah.
"'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught."
Well, he looks like a buzzwole, so just use, like, hair cutter on him, and it's 4 times effective. Even a butterfree could kill him with a hurricane.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Money. So, the music. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own end. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Shiva. Shiva furthered mine to own ends. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge a new peace between man and dragon. But what a fool am I to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage, who murders without thought or compunence. Computation. I don't know. That's a word. Enough, I say. If the Nath truly have brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together, or watch our hopes fall apart. I'll now rest upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origin. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you are right. Of course, let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Merishamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. This guy should be a cool area for a thumbnail. See if I can get one rocking right now. Nope. Not without my character blowing into a horn. So I will do that later. Oh, I guess into a whistle. It was the chocobo. No, it was the peacock I was on last, actually. Never mind. Oh, back already, are we? Met the Gatha, did you? And what was it, and what is it you'd like to? So, about their god. So I'm in a primal, you say? Seven hells, well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, they never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here, outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of land-trap nectar, a basket of Kalem tree fruit, and as always, a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit, leaping to the lower branches of the trees of the forest. Leaping to the branches of these forest grants giants should present little challenge for me. I just poked my glasses and I have a smudge right on it. There we go. Then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alfino's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the small Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down and at what we call the trading post here. I'll mark the spot on your map. You've been most kind, Master Merisham. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one, there is a rotten Nanka egg. He still is a kid after all, so understandable. I want your top, honestly, buddy. Is that the same top that Kian wears? Alright, I need to go forward and around. Big little non-cuz. Oh, I'm drowning. Hey, I found this one fair and square. You can't attack me. It's not like I'm killing your baby. Oh, wait. One more little thing will do. Oh, whoops. I need to do the, this. Wait, am I the rotten egg? Oh, I don't want to be the rotten Nanka egg. Be stupid if I was right. I'm a warrior boy. You can't make me the Nanka egg. I'm the Nanka egg, the rotten one at that. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Izel's help. Do you have the Nanka meat? Yes. Splendid. I shall put this with Astinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. Alfie, no. Well, everything appears to be in order, assuming no one has any objections. Assuming no one has any objections, to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offering at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the death, or were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Oh, I don't know. Calm yourself, Master Alfino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Look at them.
Long has it been since hunters last came for trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, Kalem tree fruit, and Naka flesh.
Not fresh, flesh.
What delectable food you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters. Come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are. by the rancid insects keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly.
I love them.
But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragons' jaws, yes? Come, come, it is not far.
They're like, it's our home, we love it, it's full of bugs, and it smells, we hate it, but it keeps us safe from the big scary boys in the sky. That actually says level 82. Fair.
Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return?
Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offering. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. I get one of your cool sweaters as well, actually.
Knowledge alone, what strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then it is words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god. Of the god, the one mind summoned into our midst.
The One Mind? These are the Naths who reside in the main colony.
Yes, they are one, connected, but let us begin the story as at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spears and spell and musket, the dragon was slain.
'Twas likely that that one had fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job.
Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground. But no longer. They had learned that the battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain.
But our gods, I like how we're casually just going over the, hey, wait, black-robed men?
But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystal far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence.
Let me grab a ring of healing. Alright. This is where I'm gonna end stream. 3 hours. I'm getting a little hungry. So thank you, Daniel and Sebastian, earlier for talking and hanging out. Anyone who's been lurking, thank you very much. It's highly appreciated as always. I'll be live again tomorrow. We'll be doing, let's see, we'll be going up until, it's hard to say. We're actually relatively close to the end, which is kind of crazy. We're what, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 45. Now we're 60 away from the end still, actually. It's not as close as I thought it was going to be. But we went through a good amount of quests today. So we went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 story quests and a good amount of, what is it? Good amount of Aether Current quests. So I think that's all well and good. So again, like I said, I'll be live tomorrow. Anyone who's new, please like and subscribe. Highly appreciated. My brain shut off there. And yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night, and bye-bye.